everybody. We are just pulling out of Sunset Point Rest Area. About to start down Black Canyon Hill, Black Canyon Grade, I guess you call it. We're going southbound on I-17. And I thought I'd video this going down the hill, but also out here on the left, the way the camera's facing, you'll see a really pretty field of wildflowers, and they're just starting to get flowers on them. And then as we round this corner, you'll see some nice, pretty snowy mountains over there in the background. Just a beautiful place, beautiful spot up here at Sunset Point. So we're pretty heavy right now. We're real close to 80,000 pounds. We're going to go down this hill. So put it in manual mode. Be using the gears. The Jake brake is in the highest position. We're going to keep it under 60 miles an hour. We're about 56 right now. You'll see the cars coming up behind us. People get pretty impatient even going down these big hills, and with us being real heavy, we can't get impatient. We need to take our time and be safe about it. We'll all get to the bottom one way or another. I want to do it still upright and without running over anybody. I'm sure I've talked about it a little bit before, but when you're going down a hill like this, it's important you don't want to heat up your brakes. A lot of people, you'll see the brake lights are on all the way down the hill like this, where they're just lightly riding their foot on the brake pedal. And even a little bit like that, it's putting pressure on the brake pads and it's building friction. They start to get hot. On a big truck like this, when you're carrying a lot of weight, it doesn't take long for them to get hot. That's why we have engine brakes. We use the gears. But if you do need to slow down, you want to do it kind of, what's the best way to say this? With intention. So instead of just riding the brakes and kind of gently being on the brake all the time, let the engine and the transmission and the engine brake do its job. But when if you need to slow down more, get on your service brakes, the regular brakes, pretty hard for about 3 or 4 seconds, and then get back off them. And that should bring you down somewhere between 7 and 10 miles an hour usually. And then let the engine and the transmission and the Jake brake do its thing for a while, until if you start slowly picking up speed, then when you need to, you do that again. It's called stab braking. And that way you're not on the brakes all the time and they don't have a chance to heat up. Oh, there's a railroad tie in the road right here. No, it's not. It's a big chunk of a tire. Looked like a railroad tie from back there. Whatever it was, I don't want to hit it. That's a semi-truck tire, I'm sure, so there may be a semi-truck pulled off to the side down here a little further. A blown tire. That could have happened a few hours ago. We're going to start down part of the grade again. It sort of leveled out right there and we were back up to speed. Now it starts getting steep again. Isn't nearly as steep or crazy as some of the grades out there, but it's steep enough and long enough that you need to respect it. semi-truck have gotten their clock cleaned by this hill. I've said this before, but it's a good quote. I'm going to say it again. And this was from a guy that trained me when I was first getting this job. I rode with him for a couple of days. Anyway, he said, you can go down a hill too slow 1,000 times, but you can only go down too fast once. And that's pretty good advice, I think, so I'm going to stick with it. We're still 57 miles an hour right here. Almost to the bottom where it's going to level out. No problems at all, which is good. Always watch it to the front. Oh, here's the guy with the flat tire, and I was behind him a little while ago. It's a dump truck. Too much traffic. I can't move over like I should. That's who got the flat. He's hauling a heavy, heavy load of rocks, big, heavy boulders, it looks like. And we're at the bottom of the hill. Pretty easy. Everybody was doing their thing the right way and didn't have any problems on the hill. That's good. That's more of what I worry about in this truck. It's coming around a corner or somewhere and there's a wreck or something going on in the road where somebody stopped, or anything like that, where if I have to try to stop quickly, if I'm going too fast, it's not going to happen. Probably enough for now. I'm going to turn this off, and I'll catch you later.